Imagine if WWE and AEW collaborated to form a Forbidden Door type show. Now, stop imagining, because in my hands today I have the ultimate WWE versus AEW match card, and I'm about to show you here today. And now people might say that this is far-fetched, this is never going to happen, which at this stage in time seems a little unlikely that WWE and AEW will ever collaborate. But keep in mind, everyone once saw TNA as WWE's main competition and thought, oh, they'd never work together. But now you see Joe Hendry on TNA. Totally unrelated to any of this. Joe Hendry should be in the Royal Rumble next year. WWE, put Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble next year. We believe in Joe Hendry. Excuse me. But this is the ultimate WWE versus AEW match card. We're gonna start off with the WWE Undisputed Champion versus the AEW World Champion, Cody Rhodes versus Swerve Strickland. This dynamic would be absolutely fantastic. You have Cody Rhodes being blamed by Swerve Strickland for abandoning AEW at his peak, basically. He just abandoned it to go and finish his little story and left people like Swerve Strickland to work for themselves and get their way up to the top. And this would just be absolutely fantastic. Both are fantastic in-ring workers. Cody Rhodes and Swerve Strickland will be an absolutely amazing match. Also, I forgot to mention this, but like throughout this video, I will be telling you who I think would win this match, who I would book to win. Obviously, it's fantasy booking. It's my first fantasy booking, so it might not be the best, but I will do fantasy bookings in the future possibly. Winner of this match would be Cody Rhodes. I feel like it would have to be. I feel like WWE would have to have Cody Rhodes win. I mean, like, I love Swerve Strickland. Don't get me wrong. I love AEW and all that. But it wouldn't really make a ton of sense to have Cody Rhodes drop this match to Swerve Strickland. I think Cody Rhodes would win this. And scattered around, we have some championship matches. On the WWE side of championship matches, we have the World Heavyweight Championship. El Campeon, Damian Priest, takes on Samoa Joe. Now, that might be a very interesting choice, but truth be told, I had a lot of people booked in other matches, so there wasn't really that much of an opening for somebody to face Damian Priest. So I went with Samoa Joe. This would be a really good match. Damian Priest, obviously very similar style to Samoa Joe. Very similar. I wouldn't say similar background, but they're two like very similar characters, two very dominant characters. Who would win this match? It would have to be Damian Priest. And I've got Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest winning the WWE matches so far, but Damian Priest would win this match. He would retain Sport Heavyweight Championship. Now we got another title versus title match. We're getting to the mid card titles right here. So this is quite tough because AEW has four mid card championships: TNT Championship, International Championship, the National Championship, and the FTW Championship for the World Championship. So I went with the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn versus the TNT Champion Jack Perry. Not really. Now I wouldn't say this is the craziest match right here, but it still would be a pretty good match. But two very solid workers. In the end, Sami Zayn would pick up the victory over Jack Perry with the haluva kick, but it wouldn't be easy because on the outside, it like interfering, you would have the rest of the elite. You would have the Young Bucks. You would have Kazuchika Okada. Speaking of Kazuchika Okada, our next match is the international champion Kazuchika Okada versus the United States champion Logan Paul. Very interesting match right here. Not one that I think people would be really expecting much from, but it would be a great match right here. Back and forth action, some high flying action from Logan Paul, and just with Kazuchika Okada and everything. In the end, I know I've said in the end a lot, but in the end, Kazuchika Okada would pick up the victory over Logan Paul with his. I don't actually know what his finisher is. I think it's called like the Rainmaker or something, but he would beat Logan Paul. WWE Tag Team Champions versus AEW Tag Champions. I love this. So AEW only has one set of Tag Team Champions, and WWE has two. So it was kind of hard to pick which one. I could go with McDonough and Balor, the World Tag Team Champions, or the WWE Tag Team Champions DIY. And I went with DIY because it would be more sense like babyface versus heel. And overall, I just think it would be a better match. I mean, like, who doesn't want to see DIY versus the Young Bucks on a pay-per-view event? It would be absolutely amazing. In the end, I said it again. I'm gonna stop. I promise. The Young Bucks would pick up the victory. Young Bucks beat DIY. Well, this was a very hard match to book. I don't know who I would have win originally, but I did go with the Young Bucks for this match. WWE Women's Champion versus AEW TBS Champion. This writes itself. Bailey versus Mercedes Moné. I don't even have to say anything. That this match writes itself. Bailey like mad at Mercedes Moné and everything for whilst Bailey was injured, walking out of the WWE, abandoning Bailey and the rest of her colleagues. Very similar story to Cody and Swerve, but just this would make more sense because Bailey was injured at the time that Sasha Banks walked out of WWE. This would be absolutely amazing. I think Mercedes Moné would win this one with I don't know if she uses the bank statement anymore. It would kind of make sense because Monet. And this match would be Monet. I've been waiting to say that for so long. Women's World Champion versus AEW Women's World Champion. Liv Morgan versus Toni Storm. This wouldn't be as good as Mercedes Moné versus Bailey, in my personal opinion. Toni Storm's still really good, and she would have a pretty good match with Liv Morgan right here. And I would have Liv Morgan pick up the victory right here, maybe with help from Dominic Mysterio, maybe taking out Luther on the outside. But by the time All In comes around, I do think that Mariah May will be the Women's World Champion of AEW. But I think that whilst Toni Storm has the championship, she would drop this match to Liv Morgan. And the final championship match we have right here is for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. Finn Balor and JD McDonough taking on the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. I more just booked this match to have these four guys on the show and for a little swerve in there, not named Strickland, because I would have Anthony Bowens and Max Caster win those world titles and defend them on WWE a little bit, defend them on AEW a little bit. Because it would be it wouldn't be a collaboration show without having a title change to another promotion for a short time. I mean, it would be kind of dumb not to book that because that would be really cool. Like the acclaimed on WWE. Can you imagine the acclaimed on WWE TV, AEW TV at the same time? It would just be absolutely amazing. And then two dream matches I have right here. First up, Seth Rollins versus Seth Rollins or Will Ospreay. So Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay, absolutely fantastic match, 5-star match right here probably. Two of the best wrestlers in the world, two of my favorites right now. It would be just absolutely fantastic of a match, probably the best match on the entire show. I would have Seth Rollins pick up the victory here over Will Ospreay. And I just think generally it would make more sense to have Seth Rollins win. That's just my opinion. But I do think this would be an absolutely fantastic match, and probably a really good feud as well. I feel like these two would be good rivals. Maybe I don't know, like a series of matches or something. It wouldn't really work because this would be like a one-off show. It would kind of make not a lot of sense for Will Ospreay to continue on in WWE after that to face Seth, but this still would be very good. And then Roman Reigns versus John Moxley, like with Mercedes Moné and Bailey, the history is just too perfect to not book this match. Obviously, Roman Reigns is not there on WWE right now, and John Moxley is not there on AEW right now. But once those two return, just an absolutely fantastic match it would be. Yeah, I feel like it would need a stipulation because John Moxley, obviously a very hardcore wrestler, going up against Tribal Chief in just a regular singles match wouldn't make a lot of sense. Maybe like a Hell in a Cell match or something similar to how I booked it on Jed Wrestling, like the Jed Wrestling draft match card video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. And our main event of the show, what would probably be the main event, the one you've all been waiting for, 5-on-5 elimination tag team match. Team WWE, Jey Uso, Yeet, Randy Orton, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens team up to face MJF, The Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega, and Darby Allin. You cannot tell me that is not a fantastic team. I feel like that it's kind of missing certain people, but it's just you gotta remember it's just a 5-on-5. You can't have like 6-on-6 or anything. It would be cool if this match was inside War Games, but I feel like just a regular 5-on-5 tag team match would be better for this, considering like just I don't know. I feel like a 5-on-5 elimination tag team match would make more sense. Who would win? Also, I forgot to mention who would win Roman Reigns versus Shawn Moxley. I would have Roman Reigns win. But who would win this match? This is tough because you got five of the biggest stars in AEW right now, five of the biggest stars in WWE right now. Very, very difficult match to decide a winner for. I chose Team WWE. I feel like it would have to be like Randy Orton, dude, Gunther, Jey Uso, just all those guys. WWE would have to win this. But yes, that has been my WWE versus AEW dream match card here today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope either Tony Khan or Triple H is watching this and book this card. It would be absolutely fantastic. The chances of them watching is rather slim, but I do hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that this happens sincerely one day. Like all the star power and everything, it just has to happen. Good wrestling out.